So I got a bit of a hot take this video, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. You guys know I'm not really a drama-filled person or someone who likes to throw digs at other resellers. I like reselling, I mean I promote it, right? But I think there are a few things that some resellers do that just cross the line a little bit. They're a little bit scummy, and one of those things happened today. But before we dig into that, we got to put ourselves in the right mindset. So I have to take you guys to the estate sales that I went to today so you guys can get a proper understanding as to what's going on. So let's go ahead and hop over to the GoPro.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
So here we are at the estate sale that I want to talk about. I actually went to two this day. One started at 9 o'clock and then this one started at 10 o'clock. I'm just going to skip the 9 o'clock one. I got a few things there, but this is the one that I want to focus on for this video. And as you see right here, there were a bunch of toys inside this house. The pictures for the sale did a great job of advertising the sale because a ton of people showed up. A bunch of resellers, a bunch of collectors. The line was huge. It wrapped around the side of the house. There was a ton of people here for these toys.
In the basement, there are instruments.
Where were the toys and stuff at?
All down in the basement.
Which was that?
Straight. I'm so sorry.
This way?
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
That way.
I ended up being number 9 or 10 in line for this sale, which was pretty good. I thought I had a good shot of getting some stuff because of just how much stuff was photographed and put in this listing until I saw this. Yeah, the first few people absolutely ransacked pretty much the entire toy display within the first 2 minutes of the sale, which isn't super uncommon. You know, they brought their own bins. I saw them in line, so I figured they were getting a lot of stuff. But I talked to the guy who was like number 4 in line, and he said they just didn't even look at anything, went over there, and just started tossing everything that they could into their giant totes and boxes, not even looking at the prices, which is all fine and good if you actually plan on purchasing everything. And this is where I want to cut in. And you might be thinking, what's the problem? They were just putting stuff in their bins that they wanted. Yeah, they might have been a little aggressive, but I mean, people get aggressive at sales. That's no big deal. It's what they did after this that got a little bit under my skin. I find it to be a little bit of a scummy move. And let me preface this by saying there's not very many things in the reselling space that get under my skin, but this is one of those things that I don't like seeing. So, the problem. I feel like a supervillain or something. I don't really stir the teapot or whatever they say on TikTok nowadays. So the first few people in line went straight to the basement, straight to the retro toys, which is what pretty much everybody at the sale who went there early was after, which is fair game. Nothing wrong with that. They were there first, they get first dibs. That's how things work. That's completely fine. And when they got down to the basement, up to the tables with all the toys on them, they grabbed everything they could. You know, they grabbed it like a bear hug, slid it into their bins, and picked up as many boxes as they could for their stack and set them aside for themselves. Again, I really don't have a problem with that. If you want all that stuff, great. You were there first, you get the choice to do that. But here is the problem. You see, everything at this estate sale was individually priced, so every item had its own little price tag on it, which means everything that they scooped off the table also had a price tag on it. And what these people did was after they grabbed all their stuff and put it in their bins and stacked their boxes together to make their own little piles, they went upstairs and then sorted through it. That is what gets me specifically at this sale because everything was individually priced. And if everything at this sale wasn't priced, I would have no problem with them doing this because they don't know the prices of this stuff. They don't know if they want it or not. But this sale had prices on everything. They didn't bother to look at the prices. They just threw everything in their bags specifically so other people couldn't get to them first. You didn't intend on buying all of those figures when you scooped them in your bag. Your intent was to isolate them, to go somewhere else so you could sit on your phone and look them up in a corner and then cherry pick the good ones. And there for me in lies the problem. When you're going to a sale that has stuff priced, you're expected to look at those prices and to determine whether or not you want to buy something when you're putting in your bag. What you're not expected to do is to clear off a table full of arranged stuff, put it in bins, sit in the corner, and then go through it by yourself. Again, if this stuff was unpriced, I would have no problem with it because you didn't know the prices of stuff, so you pull as much stuff in as you can, you try to get a bundle deal, that's completely fine. I have no problem with that at all. And I also want to point out, we're not talking about 1 or 2 items. You know, I'm not going up to a bookshelf going like, oh, that's a cool Peter Pan snow globe. I don't know what that's worth, but maybe I'll look it up later and put it in your bag. We're talking about tables full of items, like 60, 70 items. You just grab and bear hug, all of it's priced, and you have no idea what's in your bag until you go through it later. It's a scummy move. I really do think that that's a scummy move. And look, I get it. There's nothing in the rules of the estate sale that says you can't do this, and it's not something that a lot of people are going to pay attention to, or if they do pay attention to it, they're not going to say anything to you. You know, it's kind of like when you're watching a baseball game on TV and you see, you know, the dugout of all the players, and you see a player take a ball and he takes it and tries to throw it up to little Johnny, but then you see that grown-ass dude standing next to little Johnny with his glove that he brought to the stadium, and he just snatches the ball from the kid so the kid can't have it. Yeah, there's nothing saying that he can't do that, but you're still a scumbag for doing it. Face it, no one likes a ball snatcher. Don't believe me? Ask around. Ball snatcher. I think it's a scummy move. If you think it's a scummy move, or if you don't think it's a scummy move, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down in the comment section, or if you have any other things that just kind of get under your skin that other resellers do, spill the tea. Let me know what it is down below. All right, now let's jump back into the sale. I'll show you what else I picked up, and then we'll come back here for a little haul of everything that I got today. After realizing virtually everybody was in the basement currently, I decided to switch gears and head to the upstairs and see if I could dig through the closets and find some good clothing. And I actually ended up finding a few pieces. I got a couple of t-shirts and a brand new with tags Messi jersey. And as I was finishing up with that, I noticed people starting to filter out of the basement, so I decided to head back down there and see if there was anything that the people down there missed. And wouldn't you know it, there were quite a few things down there that I grabbed.
Looks like it is American Girl. Timeless. Here's like a higher quality one. For a buck, take a chance.
And actually, I noticed that this box of Hot Wheels right in the middle of the floor was virtually untouched, and they appeared to be older ones, and there can be some great money in old Hot Wheels, and surprisingly enough, there were a ton of red lines in this thing. For those of you who don't know what I'm doing here in order to quickly go through these, what I'm looking for is on the wheels of the cars, I'm looking for a thin red line that goes around in a circle on the actual wheel itself. And most red lines, even in bad condition, you can expect to get around $10 for, but some of them can go for hundreds. Unfortunately, all of the cars in here were pretty beat up, but there was still that chance that there would be one absolute gem in here. And even though there wasn't a huge major score of one, I still got some pretty solid cars out of here. And then finally, I did one more lap around the house, grabbed a few more small things, and headed to the checkout. And there we go, that was today's estate sales. It was definitely not the biggest haul I ever got, but I still got some pretty good items in it, and I ended up spending around $65 across the couple of sales that I went to. And we'll start here with the clothing. Got this CSNY shirt, it is dated 2000. A brand new with tags FC Barcelona Messi jersey. This one is Cindy Lauper, however you say that, t-shirt. And then the best score of today, the Mitchell & Ness Utah Jazz John Stockton jersey, brand new with the tags. And next we got a couple of smaller items. First up here we've got a Disney Store Peter Pan snow globe, an American Girl kit doll, and then I was actually able to get my hands on one Transformer. It's actually a pretty good one. This is Skywarp from 1984. He's like $100 Transformer if complete, but you can see this one's missing like his tail wing right here. He's normally got like fists and stuff, and he's missing the missiles, so he's not complete, but it's still in this condition. I'm guessing around 75, 80 bucks. Another little doll here. This one is Timeless. It's a little Native American doll. And actually, if we look on the back of her neck right here, you can see it says Timeless. It's limited edition and numbered out of 5,000. This one might surprise some of you guys. This is a little old flip phone. This is a Motorola Razr. Some people are super nostalgic for these, and they can still sell very, very well. Even one in this shape, you know, all beat up and stuff, I'm guessing I can probably get 20, 25 bucks out of. If they are in good shape, you can get upwards of like 35, 40 out of them. This was a cool little find. At the first sale I went to, I got a stack of these PS1 and Game Boy Advance manuals. I haven't went through them yet to see if there's any good ones, but hey, figured I'd throw them in. And then actually right next to the game manuals was this. It's a Pokemon Rangers Guardian Signs Nintendo DS game. Unfortunately, when I opened it up, no game was inside, so it's going to be case manual only, but that should still have some value because it is a Pokemon game. And then I ended up grabbing a few different anime DVDs. We got Evangelion 1.11, Evangelion 3.33, and Inuyasha the Movie 3. And actually all three of these are brand new sealed, so hopefully these are worth it. Usually anime stuff holds some pretty decent value. Oops, sorry, I just realized I didn't show this one. Monopoly Walking Dead, it was in my Amazon pile. $10 on this one's what I paid. It's brand new, sealed. And then the last thing that I ended up getting was this bag full of goodness right here. This huge bag right here is full of Hot Wheels red lines. Now, I'm not gonna go through all of these individually. I'll start popping up comps up here for you guys, but I was super surprised to see that none of the people that were there for toys decided to go through the cars, because I ended up pulling out like 18 to 20 different Hot Wheels red lines. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me post some pictures of them because I like finding red lines. I think they're really cool. I also threw some older Matchboxes in here from like the 60s, and I think this bag right here was definitely probably my best find of the day. These red line cars can go for some serious money if they're in good condition. Unfortunately, the ones in here were pretty beat up, but still, I mean, over 10 bucks per car, and there was probably some cars in here worth more than that. And that's it. That is everything that I got today at the estate sales. Like I said, not the biggest haul ever, but still some pretty solid items. And hopefully this video didn't come off as me being like preachy or upset or trying to start drama with anybody. That was not my intent. My intent was to point out that when you are in a public setting, a social aspect of any kind, there are certain unwritten rules, certain general understandings, certain etiquettes that people tend to follow to make these events more enjoyable for everyone. You know, things like don't chew food with your mouth open, or don't walk around with your phone on speaker in the middle of Walmart so everybody's in your business. When you're done shopping, put your cart back in the stall. If you're at a baseball game, don't steal balls from children. And if you're at a sale, don't hoard all the items without the intent to purchase just to get a leg up on your competition. You know, the simple things that we all do so stuff doesn't devolve into chaos. So yeah, sorry about the little rant, the little drama, the tea spilling there, but it's not normally what I do on my channel. I'll have one video every once in a while where I spill a little tea. It's fine. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did like it, go down low, smash the like button for me, and while you're down there, consider subscribing to my channel for more reselling content. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Till next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.